Hey, this is Jake or Spods from the Arctic Action YouTube channel. I am your biggest Lehigh Valley Phantoms fan, along with our co-host, Danny.
Yo, it's your boy Captain Juices, the notch apple munching YouTuber. We're coming at you with episode 8 of Mindcrack UHC season 29.
Yes, and we're coming at you with no one else.
Yeah, it's a sad day.
Yeah, they all
But
died to Nebris.
yeah,
Not any of our
all,
guests could
all
make
our
it
guests
alive.
were taken out one by one.
Um, Actually, one of our guests had 7 hearts, but he had to get one shot. So,
Yeah, gosh, golly, it was a time. It was a time.
it's-
Yeah, let's just jump right into
let's
it here.
just jump right into it right here. We're going to start with. Oh, by the way, if you don't want to hear everything we have to say about every team, there will be timestamps in the description for when we talk about your specific team or event. And this is gonna be obvious, but spoil warning.
Yeah, yeah. If you don't want to know what's happening in the UHC, why
Why
are
watch?
you here? Why are you
Yeah.
like seriously? It's in
Okay.
episode 8. Okay, we're gonna jump right into it.
Yeah.
GOP2.
Gob 2, they had a perspective this episode.
Yes, as the 4 teams left in this episode, they were one of them, and it's evident very clearly at the beginning of this episode when they mentioned there's going to be action everywhere.
Every single moment there's going to be action, and you cannot deny that, because even when they were killing bunnies, action everywhere. This is going to be an action-packed team. Good says all of the teams are going to die. Well, I mean, like, that can't really happen because there can only be one left standing, but he can dream. He can dream. They sure did dream. So
Yeah. They were one of the 3 teams that dreamed.
They come out of their hidey hole from last episode, and they see players around the side of the hill. These players, I believe, are Babysitter team.
It is the Babysitter team, yes.
So
They slowly encroach on this team.
yeah, so they encroach on this team. They're crouching on the hillside, so they're not seen. Good spots an enemy, and it's Chad.
It's Chad. Yep, he attacks Chad, deals 1.5 hearts to his own teammate. You really hate to see it. I mean, honestly, well, you don't hate to see it. It's really fun to watch.
Yeah.
It was a great moment. Possibly one of my favorite moments in this UHC. But from an analytical perspective, you hate
I
to see
mean,
it.
can you blame Good though? He had Kurt in his eyes.
Yeah, he did have Kurt in his eyes. A dangerous thing. Kurt, obviously, one of the most terrifying members
Yes.
of Mindcrack, and
We're gonna get there in a second.
You see a Kurt in someone's eyes, you gotta attack him quickly.
Yeah, so they start trading shots at Babysitters. Each of them starts walling, or as Breon would like to call it, Fortniting.
Yes, they Fortnite themselves up to protect themselves from the arrows here.
Yeah.
They end up a little bit behind the hill that the Babysitter team is on, as Babysitters kind of retreated a bit. And they trade arrows out with them.
Yeah, so this should be an easy fight to win, right? Because OMG Chad, he's hitting Pack Rat about twice or 3 times. Yeah,
right?
And Good says, Pack is really bad at PvP. I mean, I don't know why Pack keeps getting invited to these events if he's just going to keep on losing and being bad.
Pack Rat could never win a UHC.
So Breon looks to the left and sees another team. I believe this is Triangle Team.
Yes, it's a Triangle team.
But they do not. Yes, but they do not know that it is Triangle Team. So after shooting a little bit more, Gob2, they retreat and they run right into a 3rd team that they did not even know existed. Well, they knew it existed, but they didn't know it was right behind them. They run right into Classic Team.
Yeah, Classic makes short work of them with the help of Green, obviously. Yeah, taking shots. They get sandwiched a bit here at GOB2, and they fall pretty quickly.
Yeah, so Good will climb the hill that Classic Team is situated on in order to get a nice little shooting place where he spots Avidia Zen. He lava buckets him and uses his axe to make very quick work of Avidia. They're up 3-2 in the fight, but of course there is heat coming from other teams around the place. So what Kurt will do is back on the down, not below the hill, but next to it. Kurt will assault Chad and Breon after just eating a notch apple. Now this team is not aware of this. So what Kurt will do, he will basically focus on Chad and Breon melee. Good comes down the hill. They surround Kurt and they kill him, but not before Kurt can take down Breon with him. But they're not actually the ones to kill Kurt. A straight arrow comes flying out of nowhere, belongs to Nebris, hits Kurt in the back, and that is, I believe, no, Classic Team's not done, but that is the threat.
They end up being the second, fourth, and fifth members of this to die in this episode. Here, two of them go down, or all three of them go down to arrows.
Breon, Kurt kills Breon melee.
Kurt kills Breon melee. Sorry.
Or Breon, I don't know. So yeah, Chad is at low health, so he's gonna try to run away.
Baby Husk do.
Yeah,
that's what he about to say.
So Chad's at low health. He tries to run away, and he will get shot in the side from Co-Star, who is the last remaining member of Classic Team. And Goob will try to charge at this man, but not before Nebris gets 2 quick shots in his back. And there we have it. Gob2 is eliminated.
The second team eliminated in this UHC. It's a bit of a hindrance for them going forward. Here we go. We're going to move on to... I guess we should jump right into our next team.
Yeah, we're going to go into Classic.
Yeah, Classic.
So, Co-Star leaves the hill as the episode starts to look on top of their hill that Nebris would later call Hill with Eyes because they're looking out of it. At least I believe that is the Hill of Eyes. Okay.
I do believe that's the Hill of Eyes based on where he was looking.
So Avidia spots a team running in the desert. I believe this is Gob2. And shortly after that, Kurt spots Green Team even farther away. So right away, Classic, they see 2 teams, and they see the 2 teams close to each other. So they're going to play it defensively, and they're going to play it conservatively.
Except for Avidia here, who's going to run ahead. Take a half a heart through a cactus.
The Cactus, man, they're doing damage this season. I mean, Team Cactus, that's mine. That's my number 1 pick.
But they do approach the main hill here as GOB is retreating. They catch them on the retreat. Kurt's gonna obviously get his kill with the notch apple here. They're gonna flank GOB and really do a lot of damage, surprising them as they were the one team that GOB. This is the one team they didn't see.
Yeah. So Gob2, from Classic's perspective, Gob2 is running right at him, just like a deer in South Park. I'm lost in my notes here a bit. So they make a war balcony on the side of the hill in preparation for this rush. Gob2 rushes them, and Kurt immediately eats a notch apple. Using this notch apple, he is able to charge at Breon and Chad, but not before Avidia, who had his spot on the war balcony, will get killed by Good using lava and quick work of an axe. So Avidia is down, it's 3-2. So what Kurt will do is he will focus on Breon and Chad, but not before Good is able to get back and support his teammates. Before you know it, Kurt is facing a 3v1 of Gob2, and he's able to kill Breon, but not before getting shot by Nebris.
Yeah, he does a pretty good job in this 3v1. I mean, he didn't have much of a chance even with the notch apple, but he kills one, he does good damage to another. Team really weakens what was left of GOB2 at this point. But again, it's just not enough. As Green's encroaching, Triangles would have been or they were encroaching. They didn't quite get there in time, but they would have probably been able to clean them up as well. Especially with how great Bowstar was this episode.
So I mean, Kurt did kill Breon, but he also got Chad really low, which enabled Ko to shoot him as Chad was running away. So that's a kill for Co-Star, or should I say Bowstar?
Yeah, Kurt's gonna be the 3rd member to die, and Bowstar is gonna kill Cone Dodger here, making him then the 6th player to die in the UHC, or in this episode, not in the UHC itself.
Kills Cone? No, the other way around.
Or gets shot by Cone Dodger. Right now.
So he shoots at Jay Santa, who is part of Babysitter team. This is the green team that they saw earlier. before Gob2 charged at them. So he decides to, after he runs out of arrows, he will place down a lava bucket. He catches Nebris in it, but it's not enough. As while fighting Jay Sano, he gets shot by Cone Dodger. And there we have it. Classic team eliminated.
Yeah. Classic team, they put up a good fight. All the teams honestly put up a pretty good fight considering the circumstances they are in going into the fight. But yeah, Green's a bit of a juggernaut here in this episode. But then the last team encroaches, and we mentioned a little bit here. Triangle team. They have an interesting episode here.
They've discovered the new UHC meta. Will you please describe what that is?
Yes, the new UHC meta is where you obviously purposely, make yourself completely undergeared with limited healing, and you just hide underground near 0-0 and just wait for teams to come and kill you.
This is to make yourself less of a target, of course, right?
Yes, of course, obviously. But they do service at the beginning of this episode. They immediately spot. We're not 100% sure whether it's the Babysitters or GOB2.
Pretty sure it was Green Team. They were on top of the hill, right?
Yeah, pretty sure it was the Babysitters based on the timing of it all. And then they immediately
the reaction to this
down into the caves, where Badge gets Flint for the first time all season. He had arrows before, but this is the first time Flint enters his inventory. Interesting, as it's episode 8, about 3 minutes in.
Yeah, so they're gonna retreat into their staircase, and shortly after, Arcus will see Gob2's nameplates. So this is 2 different teams. Although I'm pretty sure Triangle thought they were the same team, or at least they didn't mention it.
Yeah, it just wasn't. It was more of an empirical thing here. They didn't really matter too much in the long run. They just knew there were teams. They knew the area that all the teams were in.
Yeah.
And they kind of just sit in their hole until they see the first death, and then they start to slowly approach the fight.
And it takes them 3 times of resurfacing before they actually start to get on the surface.
Yeah.
So they would resurface again, right? Without Badge, of course. He's farming gravel, like any sane person would in this time. And they see a sitting wolf, and then they spot Gob2 jumping up and down. So, like in the heat of the battle at this point. So they decide to go down again. And then they come back up after Badge says, I feel we should do something. And Arcus agrees. Avidia dies. So that is their motivation. They're like, we got to join in on this fight.
Yeah, they join in the fight. One member in particular actually joins in the fight. It's Cone the Killer here.
Cone really shows up this episode.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, we watched the footage. He is on his first 9 arrows. He hits 7 of them and gets 2 kills. Huge. He's the only member of this team to get a kill this whole season.
Yeah,
and he gets 2 of them.
Yes.
But then there's some real big trouble here towards the end of the episode. Would you like to take us through that?
Yes. So Cone's 2 kills, they were amazing. He's coming up on a fight. I believe that is Classic versus Gob2.
Classic versus Babysitters, I believe.
At this point.
Left. Yeah,
it would be at this point because he kills Ko and Jay Sano. Co-Star was fighting Jay Sano, and he managed to kill Ko while targeted on someone else. And then he kills Jay Sano very shortly after in just a rapid-fire bow shot move. And then he later tries to hit Nebris through a block of lava, but he just can't seem to do that. But I think he already did his part with that 7 hearts. Because, unbeknownst to him, Nebris did eat a notch apple. And I know this wasn't really included in Triangle's perspective, but even if he would have gotten those shots off, might have not done much of a difference.
Especially with the resistance.
Yeah. So, Badge sees Packrat on a hill. They try to... They trade bow shots. They miss here and there. Badge is at 7 hearts, right?
Yes,
I believe you know what I'm about to talk about.
I do, in fact, believe. I know what you're talking about. I'm still working on believing it, honestly.
Yeah.
Crazy play here. The railgun comes down from the heavens, and Packrat smites Badge for 7 full hearts.
7 hearts of a bow shot.
Nailing him down to nothing, grinding him to dust, Thanos style.
I mean,
Just
I think Badge's
obliterated.
reaction says it all.
Yeah.
What the hell?
What the
Um,
hell?
and as things are looking bad,
And
they're about to become worse.
it comes to turn
Uh,
for the worse as
Phantoms
we
come in from the sky.
yeah. They had slept at some point during the UHC, but it's been more than 3 nights since. And Phantoms come down.
Mhm.
Arcus gets immediately targeted by I believe all three of them.
No. 2 out of 3.
Oh, 2 out of the 3. One of them. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, one of them goes for Cone, and a cactus saves him at the last second.
I'm telling you, man,
As the
Team
Phantom just
Cactus.
runs head first.
Like the Phantom
Yeah, the
swoops into the
manta,
cactus and retreats into the sky.
the giant sky manta ray just flies down, it hits a cactus, and just is like, nope, I'm not doing this. This is just it's too much work.
Yeah, and that
This
saves
is like,
Cone just enough life as Arcus actually is killed by the other ones. He gets knocked down to half a heart by his first hit, and then the second one comes in for easy pickings. So with his newly found, I guess, like, time he's allowed to live, Cone
fear.
searches the bodies on the ground or the death piles for healing, where he finds 3 golden apples, and he will eat them very quickly.
However, he also changes out his shield for Cole, and at one point is dual wielding Cole.
Yeah,
A very interesting
a Phantom
strategy.
scares Cone so much. He replaces his shield with coal. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what that plan is. So how deflective is coal? Can we get like an analysis on this?
You see, coal in itself, not too good, but if you craft it into blocks, you can actually make coal armor. Yeah. Not everybody knows this because
Well, I
you
didn't even
need
know this.
to have a nether. Yeah, you need to have a nether star with every piece. But yeah, if you do it, you can craft coal armor, guys. Don't look it up. I
Yeah,
am telling the
don't
truth, I
fact check
promise.
us.
Don't fact check us. But yeah, Cole, it actually has 100% projectile protection here. So he was doing a really smart play.
Yeah,
Actually, he was going to try to craft the Cole armor. But as he goes to try to craft it, he runs into a skeleton.
of course.
And yeah.
Yeah, but no, he doesn't try
Takes
to
the half
craft
a
any
hundred.
coal armor. So Phantoms knock him into lava after eating his golden apples, gets him down to 4 hearts. Pack Rat yet again snipes Cone Dodger for 4 hearts, and that is Triangle Team out, and that is game.
Yeah. But before we're done here, I guess we should check on here on the Babysitters.
Yes.
These guys have, well, I mean, I guess you could say they have a pretty good episode here.
They want action. They want action so much. They surface and they leave their anvil behind. They don't care.
Yeah, they don't care. They service here. They almost immediately spot the 2 encroaching teams here as they see the hill with eyes, as Nebris describes it, where Classic is hidden. He sees the holes, and I believe he sees the head of one of the players on Classic team. And then they see purple or the GOB2 approaching. And instead of taking the fight there where they would have been sandwiched, Nebris makes an incredibly smart call and calls for the team to retreat back towards the border.
Easily avoiding a pincer maneuver, so they retreat and fortify over there. And one team, though, who is at the time not aware of the other, will give chase. So we have Gob2 looking for a fight against Babysitters. Maybe not Gob2's best decision. So Babysitters decides to stop running and fortify with cobble walls, and they will trade shots where Pack will get hit hard twice.
Yeah, Pack's gonna take a bit of hits, but he gets that instant health 2 off, and it almost doesn't matter. It just that damage. I don't see it at the end of the game here. Yeah, just good on them. They take minimal damage. They lose some arrows in this fight.
Yeah.
But unbeknownst to them, I believe they just buy enough time for once GOB decides to retreat. Classic's right there, and those their 2 main competitors.
I also like Jay Sano tried to tunnel underneath as Nebris and Packrat were holding the line together. I thought that was pretty cool, but like he didn't get anywhere close because he got lost in his own tunnel. There were no name tags. So Then we have Classic versus Gob 2 showing in chat. So Nebris decides, let's have some fun, and joins in on the fight. Essentially, I wouldn't call it cleaning up, but that's what it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like they clean up here.
Nebris lays rounds into the fight, and
yeah, they charge
kills
up a bit. Yeah, they're gonna shoot some bows at them. Nebris is gonna get two pretty quick kills here on Kurt and Good. I mean, taking out the God Apple, taking out one of the two God Apples, and taking out one of the better PvP players left in the match, being Good. I mean, they just, it takes so long for them to take any bit of damage.
Not Packrat,
because Packrat takes damage, but what, episode 8? That's their first PvP damage, and he heals it right back up. The first meaningful damage they take, I believe, is between when Jay Sano gets attacked and when Nebris has to take that notch.
Well, didn't Jay Sano get hit by a blaze earlier in the season?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's I meant PvP damage.
Okay,
really more meaningful.
So for this fight here, Nebris and Jay Sano will take the lower end around the hill, where this fight will take place on, and this is after Nebris gets his 2 kills. They will walk up on Triangle Team. A new team enters the fight. Yes. So Nebris gets lava bucket, and he has to retreat out of this fight, leaving, I believe, Jay Sano alone. Nebris will eat a notch apple, and Jay Sano will die to Cone Dodger as Packrat takes a position on the hill. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, no, they're getting really good positioning here. Pack obviously going to nail Badge down for 7 hards because Badge didn't have projectile protection.
Yes, at this point, there's with the 2 deaths, there's only 2 teams left. It is just Babysitters versus Triangle.
And then in the last possible chance for this green team's luck to run out, it just doesn't. It keeps pouring on as the Phantoms come in, like the Eagles in the Lord of the Rings, and just sweep away.
They called in for air support.
Yeah, they called in for air support. Tactical paratroopers coming in, just take out Arcus, leave Cone in a blinding panic, and Packrat's gonna finally end him, ending the episode at 12:38, winning as Babysitters win this UHC.
Yeah. Packrat with 2 kills, Nebris with 2 kills. Jay Sano with a death, but it was a meaningful death. It wasn't. Yeah.
Here we are. Yeah. What are the overall thoughts now? We're gonna talk about things that happened in this episode. We are going to go through anything we missed. I'd like to talk about just the fight. I believe that's the really big thing we could talk about here.
Here is our overall coverage of the fight.
Yeah, just a brief small overview here. The fight starts at 9:54 and ends at 12:38. Yeah. The deaths in order go Evidia, Brion, Kurt, Chad, Good, Co-Star, Jay Sano, Badge, Arcus, Cone.
Yeah, so we've covered this fight from every team's perspective. If you want to check that out, timestamps in the description if you haven't heard it already. But now let's see what this fight is from basically, like, bird's eye. So what we have, the first encounter of people will be Babysitter spotting Classic and Gob 2. So Gob 2 doesn't know that Classic exists. Is there. So what they're going to do is, looking for action, they're going to go and chase Babysitters down. All of this while Triangle, the 4th team, is in their staircase still, scared, and Classic is slowly advancing up the river. So Gob 2 will trade shots with Babysitters, and then realizing it's a losing fight, and they also see the 4th team. It is Triangle coming up. That is the main scaring factor. So they retreat into the team they didn't know was there. They retreat right into Classic team, who was building a war balcony. Was it?
War balcony, I believe, is the quote they went with. Yeah, Triangle. One thing of note is Triangle really, really controls this fight here. If they would have been in the position that GOB2 was in, this fight could go completely different here, as they might have been forced to eat that god apple early, or maybe they would have been sandwiched a bit. Just the whole fight would have been different. All to to run here. It's honestly, you don't see this too much. A great tactic by this team.
Yeah.
Obviously taking the bow at long range.
So, and then this is where all of the kills start to come in. We get, of course, we'll call it, oh my god, what's that team name? Gob2 going right into Classic. And then Avidia Zen was burnt to a crisp while fighting Good. That is the lava bucket on a hill. Good will climb up the hill, kill Avidia. And then Brion will be killed by Kurt after he decides to 1v3 the entire team. But it's okay, though, because he has a notch apple. And Kurt was easily taken down by Nebers, though, after being drained by Brion, Chad, and Good. Kurt did enough damage to Chad, though, as he retreats and gets shot in the side by Co-Star, and Good will try to retreat with Chad toward Co, but will get shot in the back by Nebers instead, while Babysitters are making their advancement toward the bloodbath area of the map. So Co-Star, or Bowstar, after shooting at Chad, will then try to shoot at Nebers and Jsano, or he runs at arrows. I think he runs at arrows, right?
He does.
Yeah, so then he decides to melee. He lava buckets Nebers pretty good, but he gets out alive, and Co-Star will be shot by Cone Dodger as Triangle Team comes in on the other side of the hill and will take lives. Cone Dodger, the MVP of Triangle Team, definitely. Will take down Co-Star and Jsano in like the same 30 seconds.
Yeah, but once that happens, they go down like flies.
Yeah.
With Badge, I believe it takes one hit.
One hit, dead. 7 hearts, because Packrat from Babysitters will take a position on the hill where he is able to see the entirety of Triangle Team, shoot Packrat, and 1 hit, 7 hearts. Arcus will be downed by Phantoms, and Cone Dodger will be sniped by Pack as well.
Yeah, I mean, just great plays all around. I can't say enough how great Green plays this. Completely controlling the fight. I'll say it a million times against every team. They know what they have to do. They do it quickly. They don't even really have to talk about it. They're all experienced guys. The use of the bows, as most teams, I think it's GOB wants to stay at range, and Green and the Babysitters want to stay at range. But the Babysitters are the only team that puts themselves in position to be at range this entire fight. And that is the advantage they have, because had it been a range fight between GOB and the Babysitters, the fight, I mean, maybe the Babysitters probably still would have won, but it would have been a way more even fight here.
I don't know. I think anyone against Babysitters wins.
Yeah, but in a range fight, I'm talking if GOB doesn't have to engage in hand-to-hand combat quickly with Classic and Triangle encroaching.
You're right. They did get those hits off.
Yeah. Because they get some huge hits off on Packrat, dropping down like 4 hearts. He had to use his health potion in range, so that's a lot. I mean, but yeah, once the melee starts, Green's able to take advantage and just take pop shots at them, getting kills. Nevers and Pack, just really just deleting people from a distance.
It would definitely be Gob2 and Classic drain each other.
Yeah, Gob2 and Classic, we've been over this once Orange was out. Gob2 and Classic were the only teams that really could have competed with the Babysitters here, and they unfortunately find themselves fighting each other. Well, fortunately for the Babysitters, as they take each other out, and then Green comes in, Green and Triangle, or Babysitters and Triangle come in for the cleanup, which then leads to the Babysitters then cleaning up the Triangle team. Should we do a power ranking, sir?
No.
Rank your the one remaining team.
And I would like to say that every episode I've placed Babysitters at rank 1. And
yes, that makes one of us.
Remember when we had James the Douglas on?
Yes.
And he said that Gob2 would take their fights passively. Did that happen?
No,
No.
I think they talk about it at the beginning of the episode. They
Yeah,
want to be a
they're
bit more
talking PUBG
passive.
strats.
Yeah, they're talking PUBG strats, but like PUBG, these guys get killed very quickly and very easily.
Oh.
Not the best for them, but I mean, they put up a decent fight. Like they get some kills, they get some damage off. Uh, all these guys, and I'd like to reiterate this. I think we've said this every episode. All these guys are incredibly entertaining to watch. Their commentaries are awesome. They're really fun guys. I really appreciate them, and I appreciate what they do for the community.
Yes, and with that being said, we're gonna end the show, but this is not gonna be the end for the series. As okay, I don't know when we're doing this, but we do plan on doing a best of, kind of like a an award ceremony thing for UHC season 29. So be sure to check that out when it happens. I'm pretty sure it won't happen 2 days from now, but anytime within the week, basically. Um, our links will be in the description below. If you like what you heard, we did the exact same thing for every other episode in the season, sometimes with guests, sometimes just us two. And I think that is all to be said.
Yep, we will catch you on the flip side, guys.